Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now. Once and for all.
Democratic lawmakers in Annapolis are proposing a bill to prevent charging anyone under 25 with felony murder, which happens when someone is killed during a felony crime like robbery.
If you're allowing people to go out and murder people and not be charged with it, you are making a very strong case that gun control is the worst decision in the world. You get that, right? Of course you don't. Big thanks to LAS Concealment for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you own a gun and you haven't heard of LAS Concealment, a little bit odd because they are one of the leaders in the holster industry. This one right here is the Shogun model, and it is my everyday carry. This one's for my Glock 19, conceals very well. They make it for a ton of different models of guns. Adjustable height, adjustable retention. It's got a concealment wing to tuck it better into your body, conceal it better. So there's gonna be a link below the video. They got tons of different models of holsters, tons of different designs, and they are no doubt one of the best holster companies out there. So as Americans currently, we are having to navigate a lot of different issues in this country, and we're not excited about really any of them. But obviously one of the issues that we're having to deal with is gun control, being disarmed, the government thinking that we cannot be trusted with our Second Amendment. And so they're trying to put out all this legislation as far as why Americans can't own guns, why it's only necessary for our government to have them. And while this is happening, there are counties and states that are trying to do criminal reform. If you don't know what criminal reform is, no one does. The real meaning of criminal reform is stop committing crime. I mean, do you really need somebody to hold your hand through it? Hey buddy, today you're not gonna rob old women. Okay? No, just stop doing it. Become a good person. But instead we've got these woke DAs that say, well, you know, our prisons are too packed, so, you know, gotta just let people off the hook more. That makes almost as much sense as gun control, as in none. Let me give y'all an example just to show you how odd the dynamic we have in this country is right now. This reads, proposed bill would prevent anyone under 25 with being charged with felony murder.
As applied to this age group, felony murder makes no sense. It is unjust and should not be the law.
Maryland Secretary of Juvenile Services Vincent Schiraldi and Senator Jill Carter, who sponsored a companion bill, agree.
So if they kill someone and before they would be charged with felony murder, what do you charge them with now? Are you just going to write on the court papers, he made a mistake? No, it's really interesting how they're planning on passing this and how they're planning on handling it. Let me explain all the reasons why you guys are idiots. The person who's heading this bill is Delegate Charlotte Crutchfield. The people who are supporting this bill are saying that the human brain is not fully formed in the frontal lobes until age 25. So you think that just because someone's brain isn't formed fully, that they can just go out and murder people and not be charged with it? What about deciding whether or not somebody wants an abortion or not? Should that be moved up to 25 as well? I mean, that's a pretty big decision. It probably takes a lot of brain power to weigh the pros and cons of a life. No, you guys are okay with that too? Okay. So for those of you out there who are completely ignorant and think this is a good idea, let me explain what's going to happen if this passes. First of all, cartels and gangs are going to use this until they can't anymore, because inevitably this will probably not be a law that long if it passes. Cartels and gangs are just going to recruit kids. I mean, they already do, but now they can recruit young men. Look, I will be the first to admit, when I was 21 years old, I was not mature. I was an idiot. I made some questionable decisions. But did I think it was okay to just go out and murder people? No, because I have a conscience, because I believe in something greater than myself, because I had parents who raised me correctly. But no, you're saying that just because I was 20, that if I went out and shot somebody, it would be okay? I wouldn't be charged with murder?
As a parent with two adult kids, both in their 20s now, I know by 17 they knew right from wrong.
I think your kids probably had good parenting, and I want you to think about this. We don't allow children under 18 to do a myriad of other things under the law.
But opponents say being soft on crime because of age is an excuse, not a solution.
There's a lot of stuff going on that we're giving mixed messages regarding the issue of age and the earlier letting them get hormone-inducing drugs to change their sex.
She says if House Bill 1180 passes, it will produce more criminals, not reduce crime.
But here's a real point on what I want to focus on. You are talking about letting someone take someone else's life for no reason, so not in self-defense. Holding their hand and say, oh, it's okay, little Timmy. You killed someone and their family has to grieve and doesn't get to enjoy their company anymore. But it's okay because you're 24 and a half. And at the same time, we have a government who does not trust the American public with a stabilizing brace, with a standard AR magazine. I mean, does anyone have a rebuttal for that? You are literally giving someone a pass until the age of 25. So the next time somebody brings up gun control, especially in Maryland, for anyone that I have on here that is from Maryland, here's what you should say. Oh, you want to take my guns away? Okay, well, I'm a person who respects the Constitution and respects other people, but also wants to defend myself. And you just allowed a 24-and-a-half-year-old to just go around and murder people and not get charged with it. So you can shove your gun control because now I really need my gun.